Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the 80-60 Rule. I'm Mark. I'm 61.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening. I'm Greg, and I'm 81. We've done this for about a year now, huh?
Yeah, about a year. Yeah.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
Yeah, this is where we get together and just touch base, see what's going on in the news or what's...
Two different perspectives of two different ages, right?
Right.
How we see things differently.
But why does it seem like we're getting closer in age instead of staying the same? I don't know.
You're right.
You always stay the same, but I'm getting older.
Yeah?
No. All right, go ahead. What's new?
All right. Tony Bennett passed away, 96 years old. I would watch it periodically because I'm having dinner and all that. I would watch Tony Bennett with Lady Gaga. It was on channel CBS a couple of years ago when he turned 95. There was something to see. Tony Bennett, I saw him like 40 years ago. No. 50 years ago. I was still in Philadelphia. And but his music was always too slow for me. You know, like I like it. But I started to appreciate it in the years to come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could hear him. I left my heart in San Francisco. I love San Francisco.
Yeah.
It's a great city. And to hear that and just to see how Anderson Cooper did a great interview in 60 Minutes. I don't know if you saw that on Tony Bennett. He went to his home, and it's interesting. He never, when they had the show, Mark, with Lady Gaga, that whole time, he never knew her name and all that stuff. He never said her name, nothing like that. All of a sudden, at the show, when she's dressed up in something, and he looks at her, he goes, "Lady Gaga." That was
right.
Like, it made that Anderson Cooper like really emotional. It was like,
yeah, he made the connection there, and the reason being because he was suffering from Alzheimer's.
Yes. And,
right.
And
so
kudos to his caretaker, his wife, who's been there all his life, you know, and they would take walks in Central Park. I just thought that it was very touching. Frank Sinatra said, what did Frank Sinatra say? He said, I'll get it. I'll tell you. Frank Sinatra said, for my money, Tony Bennett is the best singer in the business. He excites me when I watch him. He moves me. He said this in 1965.
Yeah, see? Look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah, Sinatra knew talent.
65.
Tony Bennett was raised on Sinatra and other crooners. Just fantastic. He served in the Army, World War II. Tony Bennett was there.
Yeah, and he said that for Sinatra about 50 years ago too. I also saw Sinatra. When I saw Sinatra, I'll never forget in Philly. You couldn't hear a pin drop. Well, wait a minute, did I say that wrong?
You could hear a pin drop.
You could hear a pin drop.
Right.
Because everybody was like, Sinatra. And he was the man, you know. Sinatra. But this guy had the voice.
Yeah, Tony Bennett was fantastic. And what's also cool about Tony Bennett is, probably the last 20, 25 years, he did a lot of duets, a lot of collaboration with more current or contemporary people. Yeah. So it's, really brought his style and his music to a lot of younger audiences just because of, Lady Gaga, Michael Bublé.
He understood to do that connection, Mark, right? He understood to do it, and which kept him current.
Right. Yeah, he was fantastic. I saw a nice little picture of the horse and carriage. What do they call those things in Central Park? They call them something cab, whatever cab. Anyway, all the the guys who do those horse and buggy carriages thing left some flowers on that bench that you were talking about in Central Park that he would sit with his wife.
Yeah.
They left flowers yesterday, And the bench is actually named the Tony Bennett bench because he would sit there and, you know, watch the people go by in Central Park. So beautiful life, beautiful voice. And, you know, his recordings will live on forever.
It's just so as you're talking, you said that it makes me realize what I really know, like as I'm older, how the topics of today sometimes is about who's got Alzheimer's or who's got dementia or who's got Parkinson's and all that. And
right.
I never knew like Jackson has been in a wheelchair.
Right.
Parkinson.
And then I just last night I was at a party, and there was a person there that I was talking to who's a Alzheimer's treatment center nurse. Very like fascinating conversation with her. So there are some exciting things happening around that, but it was just a real interesting conversation, and it's just widespread. It affects so many people in so many different ways, not just the person who's got it, but like you mentioned, Mrs. Tony Bennett, don't know her name, but the caretakers and everything. So, they final bow to Tony Bennett.
Yeah. All right. Next, the thing I when I see something happen, I guess a good opportunity. I don't know if I'm not into electric vehicles. I'm not there yet. It takes me longer to get into something. When everybody else has it, that's when I realized I should get it. Years ago, never forget. I always was against direct deposit because it said no, I want to see it. I want to hold it. Then you realize, what am I doing? Direct deposit by 7 a.m. It's there.
Yeah.
So, but my point is, I'm getting to the point here. Electric vehicles, because they're being, because the automakers are raising production, prices are going to go down. Price of electric vehicles declines as automakers bolster their production. So, you ever thought of that, Mark?
Oh yeah, I guarantee. I don't guarantee, but we pretty much decided here that our next car will be an electric car. Yeah, I mean, there's some fantastic things out there. So, and the prices are coming down, and also there's hybrids that are kind of like a combination of the two, that we're going to look at too. But yeah, it's years from now, this conversation that we're having will be as obsolete as the chariots in Roman days, because everybody will have some sort of different mode of transportation, electric, whatever. The combustible engine will go away in the next 100 years for sure.
So the thing with me about a car is safety features. A friend of mine said every 5 years there's something different in the safety features. Like I really love where you have the camera on your right hand side and left hand side. I really like that. But it's it'll take somebody who's were you ever in a Tesla, Mark?
No.
Yeah, I was in a Tesla. Friends of mine have a Tesla, and they took me for a ride. I go, whoa! Does that what power that has?
Okay. Yeah.
I just as long as I can see on the right hand side, I'm okay.
Yeah.
The camera, I'm still not right.
The backup camera.
Yeah. I have
trouble. Yeah, I can't imagine living without it now. Think about all the parking lot accidents that are avoided now because of the backup camera. I know you say you like to pull forward, so you can just pull forward. You don't have to deal with that. But backup cameras are, and the other camera I like is that one on the front. Like when you're pulling into a garage or you're pulling into a parking spot, there's a front camera that kind of shows you how close you are. I love those too.
Yeah, I have that. But it's interesting. I went to this week. I was out the beginning of the week for dinner, and where I went to the garage there in the town, and I parked the car, and the cars leaving were going different ways like this. Can you see? It's like this, And boy, I was afraid to back up. Finally, somebody gave me stuff to like stop this so I can back up. And then I'm afraid because I go a little bit, then I hit it, then I hit it. I'm so nervous about that. I feel I should go to a grocery store and practice backing up. You know, because although people say it's okay, but then I have had a couple of friends that where their daughters have had an accident because they thought the camera was okay and then they didn't see something. So
Yeah, the camera should be supplemental. Shouldn't be the only thing you rely on. It should be you check, and then you look at the camera. Go, okay, I'm good to go.
Yeah. All right. That's so electric vehicle. We got to maybe when we do episode 500, it'll be we'll be having camera. Okay.
I'll be the expert of it. Exactly. Very good.
I was happy about this. Really happy about this, Mark. NASCAR over the July 4th weekend in Chicago. They had the race, and what's more important than all that, 36,000 rooms were booked nightly.
Wow, cool.
36,000 rooms. I just look at that for the industry,
right?
For money,
for how much revenue did it bring into restaurants, hotels, everything like that. And that's why big cities do these things anyway. So it's like a commercial for the city, right?
You'd be surprised the fact that the person had the Tesla, he was telling me that he was a guest of the NASCAR. He's like $5,000 just to be there, like to watch the thing, watch the race. And I think more money than that. I think I was wrong. I'm wrong there. I think.
Oh, are you talking about like to get like a prime spot in the VIP?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a little bit pricey,
I'm happy for one thing. Among many things I'm happy for. I'm happy for I called a friend of mine in Baltimore the other day. I went to school in Baltimore, and the Orioles are in first place.
Yeah.
Here's the second lowest payroll next to Oakland. They're in second place. So it's all about the players. You got to play the game.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Got to have pitching and you got to. Yeah.
The Phillies payroll. The Phillies yesterday lost 1-0. How can a team like us lose 1-0? Just a thought of that. I said, where was Harper? Where was Realmuto? Where was
Castellanos?
Where was Trey Turner? So you go like, well, whatever. All right. But I have to hand it. I'd like to hand it to Ricketts, really, because what they're doing to walk around Wrigley Field is a treasure. When I first came here, I thought Wrigley Field should be in Schaumburg, which is a suburb in Chicagoland. What do they do down there? Well, you can't park the car and this and that, but it's a happening. All you have to do is walk around Wrigley Field when there's no game. How many people take pictures? How many people want to tour? It's something,
right? And also it's kept the whole north side there with bars and everything.
Yeah,
right.
Let me get one more thing here going, okay? Because I can't wait. I can't wait to suck it to this guy.
Good.
Dan Snyder.
Ooh. All right.
How arrogant individual, and how he sexually harassed a team employee and also a team executive who deliberately withheld millions of dollars of revenue from other clubs. He kept it quiet. He hid the money.
Wait a second. You talking about like in revenue sharing?
Pardon me?
Revenue sharing, he kept it quiet?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a slime ball then. For a bunch of different reasons.
Withheld $11 million in revenue that should have been shared with other teams. Yeah. For him to do that, he had no respect for the other guys, team.
Yeah, and I don't mean to gloss over the sexual harassment thing. So I should have had equal outrage with that as I did for the keeping the money in the couch cushions or whatever he was doing. Yeah.
So now he's finally out, and Although one of the guys that owns the club is an investor in the Philadelphia 76ers, so I kind of like the
Uh-oh.
guy. Now he's got the Commanders, and I think he's stretching too much for me now. You
Yeah,
know?
right. It can only push you so far now, right?
Now you're going to go to the no.
Right, going to the dark side.
Yeah. So I'm glad for Dan Snyder.
That he's gone.
Yeah. Say what you say about Jerry Jones. I don't like Jerry Jones. He would never do that, something like that. Not to share the revenue.
Yeah, but he would sexually harass because he's been charged with that. He
Who?
just
Yeah.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones, has he?
Yeah,
When?
years ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, how we doing, Mark?
We should probably start to wrap it up. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, just thank you for listening, everyone. Thank you. We
This
really
went fast, Greg.
Excuse me?
It went fast. Good stuff.
Yeah, yes. I didn't realize it was
You had my full attention for the whole thing there. So really good stuff. And thank you everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. Like or comment, subscribe, even better. And Greg, you be well. Take it easy, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your week.